So off of that though, we're gonna get into something a little more serious. So the one of the main things going on in the news this week was Andrew Tate was arrested in Romania for human trafficking. And I don't know if you guys know, he's kind of a controversial figure. He's been in the news for a lot of misogynist comments. They say he is preaching hate speech and teaching young boys to disrespect women. And, you know, he's causing a rhetoric that could cause problems. And he got so popular that what he was saying actually got him deplatformed. Like, they removed him, his Instagram, his Facebook, his Twitter. They basically trying to get him up out of here. And then based off the heels of that, he ended up getting arrested. So I want to know how you guys feel about, one, do you think this is a straight setup because they want to get him up out of here? And two, how do you feel about him and what he has to say?
You want to take this, Red? You want me to go?
Nah, you could go first.
First off, free Top G, you heard? Free him. Man, I mean, I don't know about all these allegations. Allegedly, he's arrested for human trafficking. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't support it. So if he's guilty, then he's guilty. But you're innocent until proven guilty. So I'm going to say free Top G. And, yeah, they try to portray this man as if he's some type of bad guy, but we just...
Yo, guys, just one question. In Romania, are you innocent until proven guilty? Like, is it one of them?
Oh, I wouldn't know. That's a great question.
I'm going to be honest. If it was innocent until proven guilty, like, why are you locking folks up? Then prove
I'm
that
just
I did
asking
it.
because I don't know. Them laws in them third world countries be different.
You're absolutely right.
But you could finish your point. I was just curious if you knew.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I mean, like,
Broad is
the
crazy.
media
Yeah.
is trying to paint him out as a guy, as a bad guy, but I've watched his videos and he doesn't really say anything offensive. Like, he just a strong believer in his ideas. And I feel like as a man, if you believe in something, you're supposed to stand up for it. And that's what he do. So, free Top G.
Go ahead, Red. As a female, how do you feel about some of his comments?
So, hearing some of the stuff he said, it comes off very abrasive.
Mm-hmm.
But I could understand a lot of what he's saying. It's just the delivery, his messages is just terrible. No, I don't condone disrespecting women and, you know, all the allegations supposedly that's against him. But if you definitely like holding people hostage and like rape, like by all means, you should be locked up for that. But if he didn't do it and it's just like, you know, they're just trying to get him out of here, you know, because it's like a hoax or something, like they just trying to get him, then nah, that's.
But check this though. We seen multiple videos of him explaining how women need to be protected, that you have to provide for them. So it's like,
I know. I
see
do
a
want
person
to
that's
say this. Like, I hate to be conspiracy theory person because I'm like that's like a easy out. But when I Google him, what you see versus when you watch it, because I got to give Cash his credit. The first thing he said was, "I don't believe it," and I'm like, "Oh, here he go." But then when we watched the videos and I heard him explain what he was saying, like, yeah, I might not agree with everything he said, but it wasn't as disgusting as just reading someone says women are property and they shouldn't be able to go out sounds disgusting.
Right.
But then when I hear him try to explain it, even if I don't agree with him necessarily that they're property, it didn't sound like that's what he was trying to say.
Exactly.
So if he didn't mean it like that, whether you agree or not, I don't think it should be that, you know, like canceling him without even actually hearing what he has to say.
Bro, we watched the interview, Pierce, I forgot his last name. Piers Morgan. We watched him dance around points. He's just tried to make him admit to something that he wasn't trying to admit
That's
to.
the dude that kept cutting him off?
Yeah, that we
Yeah.
was watching before to try to like kind of update it.
Yeah, he was making that conversation.
He's like,
so intense.
women are property,
Yeah.
right? So you believe women are property, right?
He tried to double, triple, quadruple down on him.
Yeah, but we in court.
Yeah.
Like you crossing
Nah,
the
I
line.
noticed that. Like I said, when someone's right, they right. And like I said, before we watched it, Cash definitely said that because I pulled it up on Google. And what I read to them what we read on Google before we did this topic and what we watched was vastly different.
Exactly.
Vastly different. So the things that he said, well, what they accused him of saying, do either of you think it would be serious enough for them to try to set him up on these charges, like just to try to get him up out of here?
Yeah, I mean, sexual trafficking. That's a serious allegation right there.
Yeah, it is.
So I think they would try to get him up out of here if he's really doing that. Feel me? Especially only because he got fame now. So you telling me you famous and you sexual trafficking? Come on, bro.
That microscope on
you.
you.
Yeah, they coming after you. But who's to say, man? I don't know, man. He doesn't give that off to me as if that he's into that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We're gonna have to see how it plays out.
And not to be offensive, but a lot of what he talk is pimp shit. I know it sounds offensive to hear, and like people might not want to hear it, but that's a lot of what he say. He talks about getting women to fall in love with him and then using them to earn him money on camera. You know what I'm saying? And people are offended by hearing the physical violence, but I hate to burst people's bubble, but that's pimp shit. That's what they do. Don't mean it's okay.
It's a new form of pimping.
That's what they do. But because he's big now and it's in people's face, it's like, oh, this is gross. Yeah, it's been gross. This has been happening. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they making an example out of him, but he's not reinventing no wheel.
But it's alleged. It wasn't proven yet. So it's just allegations against him. Once if they do a trial and whatnot, then I guess we'll find out whether they charge him or not. But until then, he's innocent until proven guilty. Mm-hmm. And there's plenty of people that, this has happened to where they try to say it's a conspiracy and they get them up out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's say hypothetically speaking, he is pimping. Mm-hmm. And he does set up OnlyFans for women and they making money from him or whatever. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between what he doing and what Sauce Walker doing? Sauce Walker clearly said it on his last post. He said, "I don't sell drugs. I don't sell women. I sell women pictures." So what's the difference?
So in Andrew Tate's case, they're specifically claiming like one of them said that one of the females, which is a big difference because in Sauce Walker's case, the chicks are with it, I would assume, and they're claiming physical violence. They in the report, one of them said like he also they claiming kidnapping, coercion, like they're throwing a lot of different words into it. Whereas like if the women just did what this was and it was okay, he would be fine. But because of what they're claiming, that
Do you know how many women it is?
So I believe I saw 6, but I'm not 100% sure. And that we watched right before we did this, that Vice report where one of the women was talking undercover. I believe that's what she said as well.
I mean, shit.
So 6 ain't 30. It's not a lot, but it's not a little. But that's enough. It could be a conspiracy against him.
And he got 6 women to say that he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows? But also who knows Romania's justice system, because that's important. We know our justice system the justice system in general is trash. So I could only imagine what it's like there.
When you got money talk.
Yeah, it helps if you got bread. Yeah. To a certain extent, though.
You color your skin.
Yes, that and who you scam, like all types of stuff. But yeah. But in them third world countries, on locked up abroad, it don't be looking good. So I don't know how things is gonna work out for him. I guess more will come out, but hopefully this is not a scam, because if it is, they're gonna make him more powerful, because they've been trying to cancel him and they deplatform him, and he still was kind of buzzing because other people promote him. Buzzing. But if he gets out and this is proven to be a hoax, oh man, he's gonna come out on 1,000. Like you thought he was on his shit before.
For real. Man, free Top G, man. I hope it ain't true. But if it is true, it's fuck you. But
yeah, exactly. Because we definitely don't condone that. And that's
not at all.
Exactly. That's a perfect rollover into